Hey, Tracy. Where's my coffee? There it is. Hey, Susan. I hope you guys can hear me. I am hurting badly. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm trying a new program. Um, I want to have a couple of options for streaming. Oh my gosh, I'm hurting. I'm hurting. Um, my ears were kind of ringing today, but I thought it was just all the rain we've had today, Scooter Mom. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed my stream last night. Um, I'm just it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. We have had some massive rain today. Streets were flooding out. Dogs were freaking out. My dogs were freaking out this afternoon because the lightning was so bad. Um, yeah, it was just one of those days today. And the rain that we have here, because we're so far up, is up in the air, in the mountains, is it can be one of the hottest days of the year. And when it rains, it is ice cold. It's just it's not like in lower elevations where you get the summer rains and it's cool because it's wet and you go play in the rain. It doesn't bother you to walk in the rain. No, no, no. The rain that we get here is ice cold, and when it hits your skin, it is literally feels like little pinpricks of ice. It's horrid, horrid. I hate it. Growing up in Florida where um, the rain is warm, and then coming here, it's not what I'm used to. That is for sure. Oh, it is. It is awful. It literally feels like ice hitting your skin. The rain is so cold here. It's because we're so much higher up, so it doesn't have time to warm up before it hits the ground. Ugh, it's horrible. Um, I don't know where my tens unit is, or I would have it on my back. That is for sure. Um, I my my windows just got finished today, and my house is still kind of tore apart. So I don't know where anything is at the moment. Yeah, Tracy, it wasn't too bad this morning until early afternoon. The dogs at the shop were good. All my dogs at work were good. It wasn't until I got home that the lightning got that close, um, that it got really bad with my dogs. My dogs started freaking out. So, yeah, I'm I'm already over the rain. That is for sure. Oh no. Clancy's not doing well. Where is where is my where did it go? I don't know where it went. So I guess I'm using a different one now. I'm getting there, Scooter Mom. Definitely finally starting to get there. I still have a horrific cough, um, but it's slowly starting to get there. I don't know. Well, yeah, Mona doesn't care for it either. She was not a happy camper with it earlier, that is for sure. She doesn't like going out in the rain. She doesn't like the rain on her back. Tried to get the big um, vest out for her when we ran out for supper, because she was not having that rain on her back. She was not a fan of that at all. And now she's curled up in the, well, I take that back. She's stretched out on the bed. She was curled up. She's no longer. She's stretched out all the way across the middle of my bed. Snoring her fool head off. But I'm trying a new, hey Carrie Ann, trying a different streaming software because for some reason, when I'm here at home, um, StreamYard doesn't like my phone. The quality is crap of my streaming. So Restream works good, and it's easy. it's easy on mobile, but I was hoping I still have to use it at browser base. Um, so what I'm actually trying, here we go. What I'm trying to find is an actual app base software. Scooter Mom, I usually, when I'm at home, um, when I'm on mobile, I usually use Restream because my my individual devices seem to like Restream better. And then I use StreamYard on my computers. But I'm trying to find, even though Restream is mobile friendly, it's still a browser-based software. But I'm trying to find an app-based software that I can use that's going to give me good quality. So, I saw Prism has an app, but I'm kind of steering away from Prism because of the issues it has with ending. No, I'm on all my devices, mobiles are tablet, everything is all Android. I don't have Apple anything. But I'm trying to steer away from Prism simply because of the issues that a lot of people have been having with ending their stream on Prism. Um, and I don't have the patience for that. Not gonna lie. I don't have the patience for that. So I'm kind of staying away from Prism because of that issue. This one is that I'm using tonight is StreamElements. So I'm just kind of playing with the well, Scooter Mom, you have to confirm in every software that I've used. That's not the issue. What a lot of people are having a problem with is even though they do confirm, Prism is not completely ending the stream. So it will sit there in a buffering screen on the last screen. It will just sit there for hours and hours. And a lot of people are having to do is go to a computer to manually end the stream. And that's the problem I have is I don't always have one of my computers around me um, to be able to do that. So um, that's kind of where I'm. Hey, Jules. Um, but that's kind of why I'm staying away from Prism, just because of the issues that those issues that a lot of streamers have have been having with that, being able to fully end their streams. So then it just for hours until you can get to the computer to manually end it on the computer, it shows that you're still live. So I'm kind of staying away from Prism for that reason. But I'm actually pretty impressed with the quality that I'm seeing with StreamElements. Because here's the issue that I have is when I'm at home, um, I'm downstairs. We have a half finished basement that is kind of like there's a bonus room, plus it's also like a family room, but it's my room. Um, it's where I have, it's my bedroom, it's my office, craft area, um, sewing room, all of that. So, while thanks, SJ. While I have an okay signal, the problem is it's not a great signal on my phones. And that's kind of what I'm running into with some of the other software that I've used. And that's even with just going straight through YouTube, it's not always a great picture. So that's why I'm trying to find something, another streaming service that will give me a good picture, especially when I'm doing these diamond painting um, streams. Hold that there. My vape is leaking a little bit. I gotta. It was laid on its side for too long. Gotta clean it out real quick. And like Carrie Ann says, this is a really strong image. You can actually see the numbers. There we go. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm trying to find, a good software that still gives me a good picture even on a signal that's not the greatest. But my husband was actually brought up a good idea, possibly trading rooms with the kids. Now that we have the new windows, there's an egress window down here now that functions properly. So if there's ever an emergency, the kids would be able to exit safely. Yeah, no, my connection is the same as it's always been. It's always been the issue um, of the software, basically. Now, when I have to use the computer, that's going to be a little bit different. I'm on my phones right now, but using the computer, we only have a couple of options for internet service here, and one of them is AT&T, um, and the other one is Starlink or 5D or Choice, which it's not Choice anymore, it's a different name. Those are the only internet providers we have here, but it's hard to know which one's going to be able to handle live streaming, live gaming, things like that. So it's internet from my computers. That's going to be a whole nother issue, a whole nother deal. But using my phones, I'm actually really impressed with the signal, or with the picture that I'm getting with the signal. It definitely looks a lot clearer than it has been. But my husband came up with an idea. If we can make it work, he's I've heard 5D is good, except for it drops a lot for a lot of people in town. Hey, Awakened. How are you doing, Misha? Um, and that's my worry is that I won't have a signal or service when I need to get on and do something. So that's been my hang up. Um, the other idea, my neighbors, Trent and Travis, they have Starlink, and they've been really happy with that. But that is expensive to get started with. So I don't know. Um, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But then AT&T just called me the other day, and they have 5D towers in the area, and offered me to upgrade my internet from the Internet 18 package that we've had for years to Internet Air, which is the 5D cell or 5G cell signal that is supposed to be the best that they can offer in the area now. So I don't know. I don't know. It's been a lot of people that have been dropping. Um, it's been a lot more people in town that have had problems with it. Um, like I say, it's been touch and go. Whether somebody has problems with it or not, and that's the problem I'm having with switching. Is it's been a From the people that I've talked to, it's been about 50-50. So, I don't know if it's the um that my voice cut out or my voice just gave out because I've been sick, Misha. So, I'm actually still recovering. Form 13909. Hello, my dear. How are you? So, but I don't know. We're gonna talk about it. It may also make a difference if we do what hubby was talking about and possibly me and the kids switching bedrooms. Um, that would put me upstairs and the kids downstairs in the larger room, and that would help, especially in the wintertime, um, to keep me from having to walk up and down the stairs so much, which sounds heavenly, especially in the wintertime when I have the most problems walking. Um, so I don't know. We have to measure my furniture because I have, of course, this desk for my crafting. Then I have my um, desk for my home office. Um, and then, of course, my other stuff, all my shelves and my craft stuff. So We'd have to measure and make sure everything would fit first. Thanks, Misha. Don't get back to too much reality too hard too fast. Sometimes it's good to take a break. Yes, Form 13. I usually do a lot of spicy. It's the capsaicin that works really well to open the sinuses, as well as garlic and onion. Garlic is nature's natural form of antioxidants and immune booster and all that good stuff. As well as extra vitamin C. Uh, I'm actually doing a lot better now. I was down for almost a week with whatever it is that I've got. Cold slash light flu. Ugh. It massively took me out hardcore. So I'm actually today is a week. It started last Wednesday. So yeah, today is a week. Yes, it does keep the vampires away. Um, I eat a lot of garlic. A lot of garlic. I will probably never have to worry about vampires. Yeah. So hubby was thinking about putting the kids downstairs. Now that we have safe windows that function properly downstairs for egress windows, um, he feels a lot better about the kids being downstairs. And because the little one is the youngest, yeah. uh, Man, I tell you what, I haven't slept that much, and God, I couldn't tell you how long. Not even when I had my surgery did I sleep that much. Um, but a big reason why the hubby didn't want the kids downstairs before is because one, they weren't strong enough to open the window. Should they need to, the old window, should they need to exit in an emergency. But now that we have the new windows, that's not an issue anymore. I mean, my oldest could, but my youngest couldn't um, open the old window. So, but now with the new windows, uh, it's much safer. Should there be an emergency, even the youngest can get it open by herself if she needs to. So, it would give them both more room, get them off of, being on top of each other. Just would have to see if all of my crap would fit in the room. So that way I don't have to, one, leave anything downstairs to take up room from them, and two, um, I won't have to constantly be in their space with things. So So I've got two desks. Well, actually three, because one of my home office desk is butted up to the end of my sewing machine table, that in turn makes it like an L-shaped desk and sewing area. And then of course this desk and my entertainment, my TV stand. I'd have to get a bed, instead of the couch thing that I have now. So yeah, it looks like this weekend I'm going to be getting the tape measure out and measuring everything and see if it's even feasible to do it. 10. Oh, and Tracy, what are you doing here? I thought you were going on vacation. You were supposed to be going on vacation. Hey, Keith. And the delay on this is not as bad either as some of the other programs that I've used. I'm really impressed with this one. It seems to be working really well on a lower signal. All right, 24. Yeah, I missed your live today, Scooter Mom. I'm gonna have to watch it on replay tonight. Thanks for what? Mansplainer on camera. Which business cards, Keith? These ones? These ones? Hold that thought. Let me get to the computer real quick and look. I'll tell you exactly which one it is. Okay, Keith. They are in the hey, Tilty Bird. They are in the sptv.space folder. So these ones are in the sptv.space folder. These ones are in the foundation folder. And these ones are in the QR codes folder. For sure, Tilty. Kick back and relax. So, it, they will be there. You are welcome, my dear. All right. All right. My sunflower ones is done. I just have to seal it, which I'll do all of them at the same time when they're all done. It's just so pretty. That is adorable. All right, now just gonna still can't get over that. Did that happen today, Scooter Mom? And thank you. But seriously, did that happen today? Oh yeah, I definitely am gonna watch tonight when I lay down. Definitely. I gotta know what this all. Yeah, I gotta know what this is all about. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. I want to know. I'm being nosy now. I want to know. I want to know. doesn't matter. I still want to know. Still want to know. Oh yeah, see, okay. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna have to watch tonight when I lay down. Definitely gonna have to watch tonight. But even sleepy orgs still need to have people out there. That's why I keep going back to Vegas, even though there's hardly ever anything going on out there. I mean, aside the fact they called the stupid cops on me. And Keith is right. Educating the public is just as important. Yeah. Oh, this cough. See, with Vegas, I mean, we don't even really get foot traffic. It's all locals who live in residents that live in the neighborhood. Still can't get over that they called the cops on me. It's so stupid. And 3 cars showed up for a fake call. Hey, Wendy. It was just so stupid. And I ended up laughing at them the whole time they were there. I mean, I know cops don't take too kindly to being laughed at, but I know little old me. I kind of figured it was you, Wendy. It's all good. Yeah. Little old me out there by myself, just me and my dog. They didn't like that she wasn't interested in being, petted by them either. They were a little butthurt over that. So the tip of the pen is actually just metal, but it's hollow. And then you actually will take it. This is sticky wax, and you'll just take it and fill the tip of the pen with the sticky wax, and that's actually what makes the gem stick on there. She was working. Um, oh, not a problem, Keith. Not a problem at all. She was working, and that's why they were actually really cool about it. And I just explained to him, that she actually has. Hold on. um, she was viciously attacked before we adopted her, and because of that, she is a bit leery, and in order to protect her and keep her trust, um, I always um, listen to her on whether she wants to interact with people or not. If she shows no interest, then I don't force her to interact. And she showed no interest in them, so they weren't happy about that, but you know, hey, it's a service dog. You can't expect every service dog to be rearing and ready to go for interaction to begin with anyways. So it just kind of made me laugh even harder at him. But I don't know. If you're gonna answer a fake trespassing call, yeah, she knew for sure. But if you're gonna answer a fake trespassing call 3 cars deep, when one of them already knew about Scientology, you should be prepared to be laughed at. I mean, I'm just saying. You should be prepared to be laughed at by a purple-haired, tattooed protester with a service dog. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You kind of deserve it. So, it was just absolutely hilarious to me. Yeah. You absolutely deserve to get laughed at. If you're going to, one, if you know even just a little bit about Scientology and you answer a trespassing call 3 cars deep. Are you freaking kidding me? So, yeah. And when you roll up, you can already tell that nothing I own, my bag, my tripod, nothing is past the line in the sidewalk. I'm literally right on the edge of the sidewalk. That's as far as I've gone. You can tell that I'm not doing anything, you know, when they pulled up, it was clear I wasn't doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. And yet you're going to still try to accuse me of trespassing? Really? Yeah, you definitely deserve to get laughed at. especially since the woman was the same cop that stopped and talked to Jay when Jay was in town. It was the same woman, same officer. And so she already knew. She already knew. Yes, Scuba Mom. Yes, it was the same officer. So when Jay was in town, remember, there was the one cop that pulled that would they were there was two cops, two cars, and they were out on patrol, but one had pulled down and had parked down at the end of the street and sat there for a while. And then a second car came up. The second car was a woman, and she wasn't there. Yeah, collectively goofy, yeah. She wasn't there quite as long, and when they realized that he was causing no problems and doing nothing illegal, when they went to leave, she pulled over and talked to Jay. And Jay told her what was going on. He was just protesting and everything, that he was just, coming through Vegas, whatnot. And then she admitted that she knew a little bit, and so she, if I'm not mistaken, did say that she had watched a Leah Remini show, um, and so she knew a little bit of what they do, and so for her, this was the same officer that responded, along with two men. So one went straight in, drove up and went straight in and talked to them inside. Then her and then the other man stayed out with me, talking to me. So, yeah. I mean, if you're still going to come up to somebody after knowing what they do like that, you kind of deserve it. Yeah. I even told him, I purposely don't cross that line. That's a big fat, no. And I said it just like that. Only me would be a smart ass like that. Little old me. Yeah, he is. He most definitely is. And you can hear it clear as day in my stream too. That's a big fat no. The only thing that torqued my noodle a little bit was the one male cop that stayed out with her was trying to tell me, yeah, I'm most definitely have that smart ass gene. But the one male cop that stayed out front with her was trying to tell me that my flyers were destruction of property being on the utility box. But it's not. I'd already cleared it with my lawyer, one, it's public property, and two, the way the statute is written is that we can use adhesive like tape as long as it can be removed without a tool. And he wanted to try to argue with me. But he shut up real quick when I said, I've already cleared it with my lawyer before I came out here. He didn't say anything else about it. Because, I might be a woman, but I'm not stupid. I tell people all the time my personality and intelligence does not match my appearance in the least. And I'm well aware of this. Very well aware of this. Um, you know, especially in the summertime, you almost never see me wear sleeves. Almost always I have my t-shirt sleeves cut off. I'm always in capris because I don't care for shorts. It's hard to find comfortable shorts. Um, and it's just too hot for jeans. That's winter. Um, I'm covered in tattoos, covered in piercings, purple hair. I know I look like trouble. I'm being very realistic about that. If you saw me walking in the store, you'd probably grab your kids and say, stay away from her. She's trouble. Because that's the way I look, especially RBF. RBF game for me is very strong. And it's not intentional. It's just RBF is very strong. Um, so I have both ears pierced all the way up. I have my nose pierced. Had my tongue pierced for years. My belly button pierced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tattoos. Um, like I said, I probably, um, the purple hair, and like I said, RBF is strong for me. A lot of people just get intimidated just because of that, and I know it's not intentional. It's just the way I am. I've intimidated a lot of people unintentionally because of it. Um, I'm very realistic about that. I don't take it personally either. Um, I know I look rough around the edges, but my personality is like the complete opposite. I mean, you guys have seen me on camera. I'm almost right, and before purple, it was teal. With half my head shaved. I mean, I know I don't look like what you guys know me to be. So it was just it was funny. The whole interaction with the cops, it was just absolutely hysterical to me. And when that cop heard me say I had already talked to my lawyer before coming out and had already cleared the flyers with my lawyer, that was the last thing he was expecting to hear for sure. Thank you, Scooter Mom. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was just, it was absolutely hysterical to me because that was like the absolute last thing. And you could tell by the look on his face that was the absolute last thing he expected to hear. The fact that I already had a lawyer and I'd already talked to him about what was legal and what was not before I even went out there. They really should know better. I 100% agree with you. They really should know better, but sadly, that's not always the case. I agree with you, Keith. Um, Personality always speaks volumes to me, and I find unique uniqueness in people is where I find the most beauty in people. Um, I, I'm I very rarely wear makeup. It's just not my deal. Um, it just it's the unique things and characteristics about people and their looks, their features. It's the uniqueness of in people that I find beautiful, not your typical media standards of beauty, because that's boring. So that's kind of where, you know, it it's different for me, I guess. I never really learned how to do makeup when I was younger. So now when I wear a lot of makeup, I feel like I look like a clown. So, um, hi Sherry. It's nice to see you back. Um, so I very rarely will wear anything more than just eyeliner and mascara. That's usually all I will wear. Because anything much more than that, and I just feel like I look like a clown, and I don't feel like I look like myself, and I don't like that feeling. Oh no, Sherry, no. We were talking about kind of the way that the when I was in protesting in Vegas the last time, and the cops got called on me, and kind of the way the one man officer, male officer, was kind of acting and talking to me at first, because the way I look, I know, realistically, I know is rough around the edges. Um, I'm covered in tattoos. I'm covered in piercings. I almost always will wear a t-shirt with the sleeves cut off. You see my sports bra. You know, I know I look rough around the edges, and I'm okay with that. I don't care. It's what I'm comfortable with. Um, I hate t-shirts. I hate sleeves. I am not comfortable in sleeves. Um, so I don't wear them unless I have to. And, I like t-shirts, but I can't stand the sleeves, so I cut them off. That's just, and purple hair with half my head shaved, you know, um, to look at me. Yeah, no, no, it's all good. It's all good. But if someone who didn't know or hasn't spent any time observing me or anything like that, like these cops that answered the false call on me. Oh, yeah, see, I've got some bat wings because I've lost, about almost 50 pounds this past year since my surgery. So I do have some loose skin, but I don't care. Um, but, to look at me, if you don't know anything about me, you would automatically assume that I might be trouble. And, when the cops were doing their little investigation or whatnot, um, for the false call, trespassing call. I'm sorry, Scooter Mom. They tried to, one of them, the male cop, tried to tell me that my flyers were illegal and that I was defacing, um, public property, or, whatnot. So, we were just kind of talking about how they were kind of just talking to me at first, and then kind of how everything changed as soon as he said that. And then I said, "Oh no, I've already cleared that with my lawyer before I came out here. So, we've already talked about that and everything." And his whole attitude after that kind of changed towards me, and the look on his face was absolutely priceless. Um, Almost the entire call, in time that they were there, I was laughing at them because it was absolutely hysterical. Um, so yeah, that's what we were talking about. So, just because I may look rough around the edges, I may not look intelligent. I am a little intelligent, just a little bit, just a little bit. So, yeah, yeah. In the wintertime, it's sweats. And the reason I wear sweats usually is because the dog hair doesn't stick to them as easily. Um, and then when I'm done for the day, the hair, I can take my force dryer and just blow the hair right off, and it comes right off of the sweat material. Um, but when I do need to look somewhat nice, then it's jeans. But in the summertime, man, it's too daggum hot. Tank tops or cut off t-shirts. I mean, that's what I wear. That's it. That is it. You almost never will see me in anything else. Yeah, PJs are comfy too. The weight of my heart is warm and fuzzy, so fuzzy breeches, fuzzy blankets, fuzzy robes. Yep, most definitely. Warm and fuzzy. Love it. I own a few summer dresses. And then I have a couple of skirts that I've made. I have a couple of dresses that I made, like sheath dresses that I've made. They probably don't fit now because I've lost so much weight. So, hey Maya. Um, but something I love in the wintertime is um, crocheted beanies. I love crocheted handmade beanies. Um, I have so much metal in my ears, in both ears, that if I don't keep my ears covered in the wintertime, then the metal gets cold all the way through the ear, and then it makes my ears hurt. Yeah, anti-friction for sure. Those of us with slightly larger legs, that's a very real issue we deal with, for sure. Oh, sorry. Oh, so you just got here. I finished the sunflower ones too. So here's the sunflowers, Maya. Oh, I just love this one. So there's the sunflowers. It's finally done. And now, oops, now I'm on to the farm animals. Of course, with more sunflowers. I love this one. Um, yes. So I have it on a tripod with a flexible extension that brings it over. Um, so it's directly over my workspace. And then I have my chat because my phone is elevated to catch my workspace. I have my chat pulled up on my other phone, which is on a tripod next to me since I'm not doing dual cameras tonight. Where are you going, Mo? Where are you going, baby? Settle down some now. Storm's stopping. Yeah, so I actually have a um it's a flexible arm or a flexible extension that is got like wire inside of it, so I can like wrap it around like the leg of a tripod or something for like a second phone holder or something. Or like in this case, I literally have my tripod on the left of my desk. Then I have that wrapped around the top of it that holds my phone over my work because I didn't feel like pulling out the other stand that has a gooseneck top because it's somewhere else and feel like pulling that out. The only thing you have to do for chat on a separate phone is just pull up your channel as if you're watching your channel or watching your stream and pull up the chat. Just mute the stream so you don't get feedback. That's all I do. If I'm not using both for dual cams, then I use one. I just pull up my channel and then mute the stream on the second phone so I can just watch the chat. I just make sure I have all messages instead of top chat. I'm really impressed with this software. So like on one phone I have 3 bars and 3 bars on the other phone. And I'm still getting this clear of a picture. You can stop bouncing now. So I'm really impressed. Now I just have to figure out if this will allow me dual cams like I usually do. And see if I have to sign in as a guest or if I can just go in under my account. I'd have to play with it. Because this is the very first time I've ever used this software. But I'm really impressed with the quality of the picture I'm getting off of it. Two phones most definitely makes it a lot easier. That's what I like about so like I usually use Restream when I'm on mobile. And what I normally do is I'll get the stream going on one and then join in on the second phone as a guest. Instead of doing picture in picture, because that makes one picture much smaller than the other picture. Joining in as a guest makes the pictures the same size. And it gives the camera that's on me a little bit more view. So that I've got a little bit more security coverage that way. But with this StreamElements, it's an actual app instead of having to run it through my browser on my phone, with like I do with Restream. It also makes viewing for you guys a little bit easier because the pictures are the same size. The each camera view is given the same weight instead of one being smaller and one being larger. When I'm protesting, I feel that gives me more coverage should there be an issue. I mean, if I'm at home, that's a little bit different, no big deal. But protesting, I feel like having the larger picture, should something happen, gives you guys a better view to help cover me. Restream is free. Yeah, see, and I'm staying away from Prism because of the ending stream issues that people are having. Um, I don't have the patience to deal with all that, and I'm not always going to be able to come right straight home to my computer to manually end the stream. Um, I just don't have the patience to deal with that. Um, not gonna lie, just gonna say that. Um, Restream is free. So is StreamYard. StreamYard also has that same ability to use dual devices. You start your stream um, on one phone, because I've done it under StreamYard as well. You start your stream on one phone and then use the second phone to sign in and go into the stream as a guest, so that you have equal weight to or to equal sizes of the, yeah, and I just don't have the patience. Not gonna lie, I just don't have the patience. So I'm not even gonna try Prism. I've I just don't have the patience to deal with that. Um, but the problem that I'm having is the quality of my streams have not been great when I don't have a great signal, and I think that that's an issue individually with my devices, not necessarily with the software. So I've been trying out some new different setup, some different software to see if I can get better results and better video. So even YouTube, I don't get great videos with, especially like right now, I'm downstairs at home, and there's a lot of times I don't get great video quality because I don't have a great signal downstairs. So, I'm trying out StreamElements right now for the first time, and I'm really impressed with the quality of the video that I'm getting with the amount of signal that I have. This has been a really good quality. Now, I know when I have really good signal on my phones, um, and I use Restream through the browser on my phone, because they don't have an actual app. They just have the browser. You've got to use it through the browser on your phone. Um, when I use Restream, okay. All right. Are you going to be up for a while? Because when I get done, I might send you a StreamYard invite, and we can go backstage, and um, I can show you if you're going to be up for a while. If not, we can do it tomorrow afternoon after I get home from work. Um, but what was I saying? Restream. Restream has been really good. It's also, even though it's browser based, sure. You know what? We'll do it right now. Even though Restream is browser based, it's actually really mobile friendly. So, okay, let me. Oh, move my vape. Bring this down some. All right, let me get back. All right. So, if you're going straight through YouTube on this phone, it's right here. It used to be right here under that advanced settings, and it used to be right here. It used to be right here. My YouTube app just updated the other day. So now I hit the plus live and it's right here. And then you would go on. So if your YouTube app has not updated, then you would go here to the little edit pen to advanced settings, and it would be here. If your app has updated, then it's going to be right here. It's this little last little one right here on the side. It's right there. Vertical, horizontal. So it just depends on what version of your YouTube app. Like I said, mine just updated, um, and it moved up to the side of the screen here when it updated. So if yours hasn't updated yet, then it may be still under that little edit pen, and then you may still have to go under advanced settings to get it. Yeah, down. I'm really impressed with the StreamYard or the StreamElements. It didn't take a whole lot of memory in my phone, and the quality has been great. I can zoom in, zoom out, just as if I were on YouTube, which is a little bit of a drawback with some of the streaming platforms that I've used is I don't always have the ability to zoom in and out on my phone, but I can with this. So I'm actually really impressed with it. You were rushing. Were you able to figure it out? Scooter Mom? Perfect. I hope that helps. Because like I said, before it was under the advanced settings menu. It was the last in the menu under the advanced settings. But once, it's either yesterday or the day before, my YouTube app updated and it moved up to the side. So, once everything updated, it's now on the side and it's just as easy as a little click once your app updates. So now you can go um, horizontal. And that would be both places, whether your app is updated or not. That'll be both places it'll be. So I hope that helps. But with the StreamElements, it's not it's not browser based like the Restream or the StreamYard is. And the app itself is really simple. It took me all of maybe 3 minutes to get it um after it was installed. It took me maybe 3 minutes to get in, figure out where everything, all the basics were, get logged in, get my YouTube channel connected, and I was ready to go in like 3 minutes. I was ready to stream for my first live stream in like 3 minutes. So um I'm actually really happy with it, but I still need to kind of play around a little bit with it. You know what? I think I'm gonna put this in, and I think we will experiment together. I'm going to see if all right, hold that thought. My phone is getting a little hot. So, Keith, you actually have the choice to record and save or not. Um, I've got to run upstairs and get my phone cooler real quick because my phone is getting hot. I'll be right back. Where's Mama? Thank you, baby. What a bit, baby. All right. So um Restream and no, wrong end. Restream and StreamYard, you can save your videos afterwards or not. I don't. It doesn't save anything to my phone unless I choose to. I don't have a cord in here. I've got to get one real quick. Because I don't want to take up all that space on my phone. Oh, where's my other long cord? There it is. So I don't save anything to my phone. And then it doesn't leave anything on my phone or anything like that. So I don't have any issues with that. I know some people have made comments about stuff like that. I guess the best thing I can say is just make sure you have those options turned off so it doesn't. So that it doesn't I had a piece of tape holding the cord so it didn't drop. Okay. Whew. And my phone's hot. Okay, there we go. All right. Let me turn it around. All right. Like that. Itchy nose. Let's see. Once I stream to YouTube, personally, I'm not too worried about saving anything as a hard copy on my phone or anything. Push come to shove, if I have to save something, I can come home, save it on my computer to my external hard drive. I don't want all of these videos taking up all the space on my phone because I have enough videos on my phone that I have to edit and everything for the grooming side of my channel. So I don't have to worry. None of that actually records and saves to my phone unless I choose for it to do that. And I don't have it set up that way. All right. So features. No, that's manual focus and mirror. Um, oh, I like that I can move that out of the way. That's nice. Okay, video options. Interesting. Okay. Doesn't show. Keep screen on, auto mute. Yeah, Jay uses Streamlabs, and I tried to use it, but it would not. Um, my devices didn't like it. It would not function properly on my devices. I could never get it to actually go live. I don't know why. It just would not. I could connect my channel, but I could not get it to actually go live. Streamlabs, Labs, which is also app-based, not browser-based. Um, I'm not sure. I can't tell. Auto mute incoming calls. That's what it says. Auto mute incoming calls. So basically it puts your phone on do not disturb while you're